Welcome to Cavan TV's News and Views, Ireland's first live web TV weeklies programme with over 2 million viewers worldwide, and we're on a web TV site near you. I'm Áine Duffy and we bring the programme to you weekly on Fridays 7 to 8 Greenwich Mean Time. Each week we look at what is going on in the county and invite guests to chat live in the studio. If you have an event you want us to know about or an issue you'd like discussed, please email us at drumalemedia@gmail.com. So, anything interesting going on? Please do let us know. Well done to the Leaving Cert students who got their results last Wednesday, and we hope everybody's happy, and it is of course one of the biggest events of their young life, so well done, and we do hope everybody is happy. Now I'd like to say thanks to last week's guest in the studio. We had a contingent in from Crostoni to talk all about the Crostoni Fair and Family Day. Great interview with Kenneth North, Emily Griffith and Nigel McDougall, also Bernie Nelson and Lorraine O'Neill from the charities that would benefit from the funds raised. So do go along to the Crostoni Fair and Family Day and also the tractor pulling event, and remember, as they told us all about, it's a tractor pulling event with a difference. And that's on this Sunday, August the 16th, and we'll see you there. Now remember, if you want to see, that's a great interview. Now remember, if you want to see any of our programmes or any interviews, you can log on to drumalemedia.com/Vimeo and see all our uploads there. And indeed, Cavan TV is now going out on live stream 24/7, and all our most recent programmes are going out live anytime you log on. I'd like to say thanks to my resident photographer, that's Martin Sheridan Photography from Bailieborough, who provides my weekly backdrop, and as you can see there, it's Loch Rammer at sunset. So thank you Martin for that. But I do say as well that if you want to send in your photograph, email it to us and the location where it was taken, and maybe if there's a story behind it, and it will be the backdrop for the duration of the programme. You can email it to drumalemedia@gmail.com. Now, and as we do at this point every week, we here in Cavan TV, we like to say hello to our viewers all over the world, and they log on and have a catch up with what's going on during the week. You too can email us your news and views from anywhere in the world. This week I want to mention the Murray family, they're in Crushlaw and also in Long Island, New York. Teresa and Jerry Murphy are sending greetings to their two sons, Terry and Noel. They both live and work out in Rockaway, Long Island, New York. So hi to everybody out there. Well, what did you think of the Taste of Cavan? It was a great success. Well done to all who had stands and showed their wares. And it's reckoned that almost 40,000 people visited the Equestrian Centre over last Friday and Saturday. And a good time was had by anybody. And did you manage to get a ride on the train? Red Hills Carnival on the Green was a huge success as well, and great to see that the weather was not too bad because most of the activities were outdoors. So well done to all out there in Red Hills. Now let's have a look and let's see what's going on around local towns this week. Some fundraisings and 5K runs and walks, and the first one is in Bailieborough. That's on this Sunday. Next Sunday week, August the 23rd, and it's for Hope for Cian. Now Cian is a 4-year-old little boy, and he's Cian MacDonald Lynch. And he's from Callanstown in Meath, and he's got microscopic pulmonary AVMS, and that means that he needs a lung transplant. So plenty of fundraisers going on. In Bailieborough on that day there's a cake sale, and for the fundraiser you register at 1:30 and the walk is at 2 o'clock, and there's a cake sale on during as well. So do go along, very important, please support. Den is having a 5K fun run this Sunday. You register at 1:30 and the race is at 2 o'clock. And all funds there go to the Cancer Home Care, Cavan Cancer Home Care Services. In Gowan, the blood transfusion services out there, and they're holding a clinic in St. Bridget's Hall next Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's open from 4:30 to 8 o'clock each evening. Please do go along. The Loft Youth Cafe has a drop-in centre for teenagers on Wednesdays, 2 to 5. You can play pool, play the Xbox, have coffee, and that's in the Resource Centre in Killashandra, and you can go along there for free. In Blackline, there's the 68th annual Cleanish Parish Sports, and they are on this Saturday and Sunday. It's at the Cottage Meadow, and it's fun for all the family, and the funds from that go to the church funds. Carrigallen wishes its best to its own funny man, that's Seamus O'Rourke, and he's taking part in the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and that's on at the end of August. You do know that Seamus is performing his one-man play, and that's Porrick Potts Guide to Walking. So Seamus, break a leg. Great to see that the Town Hall is being used as an arts hub, and in October we got word last week. In October, there is a big show planned to showcase the town centre as an art centre. There will be more on that. Watch the space. We will have more about that when it's nearer the time. Something interesting, something very interesting out there in Belturbet. Excavations of the town hall during renovations threw up some very interesting historical finds. It's all been put together and will be put on display in the Civic Centre there in Belturbet. And they have Michael O'Drumalee from the Wolfhound Archaeology Society, and he will give a talk at the opening of the exhibition, and that's Friday fortnight, August the 28th. So go along to see what all that is about. Also, we'd like to tell you that Drumalee is having huge fundraising activities to improve the GFC football pitch, and stay with me because we have more on that in the programme. And also to say that last week Jamie McGrath launched his book in EASON, and as you know, we had him in the studio. I'd like to tell you as well that Jamie's interview got over 600 views in the first 24 hours. We went along, and the name of his book is Let's Talk About Anxiety, a 20-year-old's journey. And we here at Cavan TV, we went along to EASON to have a chat with Jamie. Have a look at this.
Okay, Jamie, we meet again, and I just want to tell you that your interview on Cavan TV has now over 1,000 views, and in the first 2 days it got 600 views. In 20 countries logged on to see your interview. In the first 2 days, 600 views. So well done, Jamie.
Thank you.
It's been a whirlwind since, and today you have launched your book. You're signed here this morning. Let's Talk Anxiety, a 20-year-old's journey.
Yeah.
Well done. 12 o'clock here this morning. You've been here since. What's the feedback? What's the reaction?
I had actually an awful crowd in, a lot of the family in, crowding up the place, so I didn't expect such a big crowd and such a good response, and just everyone saying congratulations and all that jazz, so it's going well.
Yeah, so you've done the media rounds, you've been on Northern Sound and a few media outlets out in the Anglo Celt and things like that. So in general, what's the feedback like?
Yeah, I think everyone's glad and happy for me anyways, just taking that extra step to allow other people and just have that knock-on effect for everyone else, maybe suffering anxiety or any mental health issues. So it's just good feedback, and people have...
Of course, the people have to read the book now, and then you will get the true feedback on it. But then the item itself, like of a 20-year-old actually bringing out a book and let's talk about anxiety, it's quite unusual, really.
Yeah, a lot of people said that to me. You're a bit young to be writing a book, and sure, I said I couldn't hack reading other books written by older...
That's fair enough.
People, no offence to them, but I just wanted something down to earth, and I think a lot of people just need that.
Okay. So, your own age group, your own peers, like, have they seriously, a lot of them, have they come to you and say, yeah, right, we've clicked on something there?
Yeah, once people found out about me, it was just a case of people opening up to me and saying, God, I got nervous for this, or I felt hard down or depressed about a certain situation and never really came out about someone. So, and a lot of people here telling me of their nieces and nephews or sons and daughters that might be going through different things. So once you open up, everyone else opens up and respects you for it.
That's the first step. Open up, look, help, and talk about it. Okay, so now, sometimes we define people as being a depressed person, or a person who suffers from depression. But you wouldn't agree with that. That's, you know, you don't agree with defining a person by by that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think it should be a label or anything. Hopefully I'm not known as the anxiety guy, like, for...
Yeah, well, I was careful not to put that out there. That's the guy that suffers from anxiety.
Yeah.
So you don't define people like that, and that should be all gone, by the way, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it was actually, someone wrote to me on Facebook congratulating me on the book, and one of the things they said was, it's great a person or a lad for you of your age to come out and talk about this. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, and then I looked at it again and said, God, like, with a funny face at me, and just said, God, this shouldn't be an issue at all. Like, it shouldn't be such a big hurdle or a big step to talk about, anything like that. So,
well, maybe that's what your book has done, Jamie, has made it to people, okay, I suffer a bit of anxiety, but that's it, I'll deal with it and move on.
Yeah, definitely. It's just keep going till you find your own click for it, and, like, nothing's ever as bad as you think it is, so... Yeah.
Well done, Jamie. I'm going to grab a copy of your book now and I'll read it and I'll tell you what I think about it. Okay, so well done. Now you're heading off out to the Taste of Cavan.
Yeah, go out there and get a big bit of grub, hopefully, and throw a few books around. So.
Okay, well, the very best of luck and
well done there, Jamie. Well done there in EASON's last Saturday. And just to tell you as well, Bridge Street in Cavan is having a street day again this year. It's actually a weekend and it's next weekend, okay? I told you folks to turn off your phones.
That's yours.
I know. Okay, so moving on with the autocue. Okay, folks, this is live Cavan TV, so can we have the next autocue, please? Sorry about that. That's my son calling me on the phone. I'm sorry. I put a Tarrison call on for him. Okay, so moving on with the queue, just to tell you that Bridge Street in Cavan is having a street day, and it's on again this year. It's actually a weekend. There will be plenty going on, a fashion show, live music on the street, nibbly treats, a drumming marathon, a fashion parade, and if Bridge Street will be pedestrianised for that day, so if you're driving around Cavan, don't forget that you won't be able to go down Bridge Street next Friday and next Saturday. Now, do you know what wakeboarding is? Well, Dave O'Keefe, and who lives most of his time in Shercock near Lochsillon, is the new European Championship. He competed and won in Belgium last weekend. Wakeboarding is snowboarding on water, and do watch the programme next week because we have the full interview on that. A little bit of news out there in Mullahoran. Positive Age have an outing to the Relthoch Centre in Kilnaleck. That's next Wednesday, August the 17th, and the bus leaves the parochial hall at 1:45. Drumgoon hosts trad music sessions every Monday night in Gallenray House. They start at 9 o'clock and all musicians are welcome. Okay, some breaking news in there, and we have from the Fla in Sligo, we have news that Dara Smith, who is from Lavi, is the All-Ireland Under-18 champion Barron player, and Dara is the son of Kieran and Margaret Smith. So well done to Dara. That's the first result in there from the Fla in Sligo. Okay, so we did mention briefly during the in the news there that Drumalee is having several fundraisers, and that's who we're talking to tonight. I've got a contingent in from Drumalee tonight, four hardy people in the studio tonight, and with me I have got Sean Smith, who's the chairperson of Drumalee GFC. I've got Tommy Sexton, Sinead Hoey and Fiona Corby. You're all very welcome to the studio. Thank guys for coming in. Sorry about the delay and sorry about the weird phone sound going on there. Okay, so Sean, you're the chairperson of Drumalee GFC. You are in the middle of raising some serious funds. You want to do up your pitch and get some new rooms, changing rooms going. Okay, and to do that, they're going to have a Lord Mayor or a Lord Mayoress competition, and those folks are up for Lord Mayor, and they're doing various different fundraisers. So tell us all about your fundraising efforts to date, Sean.
Well, we have a monthly meeting every month during the year, and we decided a committee meeting that we'd have a fundraiser, and we decided to go for the Lord Mayor and Lord Mayoress. So without him, we picked 4 candidates. Tommy Sexton, Sinead Hoey, Fiona Corby and Michael Lyons. And unfortunately Michael is ill at the moment and he can't make it here tonight, but he's going to be running events as well.
Yeah, you want to say wish him well?
I wish Michael the best of health and get well soon. And so we're hoping to build new dressing rooms, new community hall, and put the new fencing. We're after renting another pitch as well, put new fencing around the new pitch as well for a training pitch, and hope to make money at the fundraising. That the 4 candidates will raise plenty of money for us. And on the final, it's running on the 30th of October, and on the 30th of October in Imperial, the final will be decided who raises the most money, and will be crowned the winner on the night. So they will.
Okay, so as we know, raising money, everybody has to raise money, raising funds, and it's hard and it gets harder all the time. So the idea is to come up with different things and novelty acts and different things. So you're going for the Lord Mayor, and your 4 people are there. Tommy Sexton, who's there beside you, Sinead Hoey and Fiona Corby, and as we say, Michael's not well tonight. So you are trying to raise funds, and whoever raises the most funds is going to be the Lord Mayor or the Lord Mayoress. Okay, so Tommy, you are, and we won't be able to throw stuff about your fundraising activities on the screen. So Tommy, you're having kangaroo boxing.
Yes, in Imperial on the 3rd of October.
So it's not going to be kangaroos, I hope. It's going to be like
no,
real
it's going
people.
To be real boxing.
Tell us about that, yeah.
It's going to be 10 fights. Fighters are going to be from all around Cavan. It's not going to be from Cavan, around Drumalee. It's going to be from all around Cavan with 2 present county players fighting on the night. We have 4 ladies fighting.
This is getting a brief look. They're kangaroos now.
Yes.
So are they in training for this?
No, it was demonstrated last Saturday, and it was launched in the Taste of Cavan on last Saturday. So
Okay, so you're doing that on one night, Tommy, and
Yeah.
you're going to have 10 different fights on the night.
Yes.
And obviously it's a bit of fun, but it's a serious bit of fun as well. So they get people in. How does it work for funds, or how do you bet on them, or do you support them, or do you bookie them?
There'll be tickets out at €15 a piece.
That's to get in to see the kangaroo boxing.
Pay when you do the fight, you're into the disco that night for free.
So €15 on the night, and you want to sell as many €15 tickets as you can get in on the night. Okay, can you throw out? Will you actually be wearing those outfits on them on the night? The kangaroo things.
They will be wearing them, yeah.
So you won't say who's. Will you say who's underneath the head?
No, not till the fight is over and they take off.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes.
So you can't throw out any names there, can you?
Well, I suppose there'll probably be nicknames on them going into the ring.
Oh, right.
Fight.
That'd be good
When the fight
fun.
is over, then it's taken off.
Right. Okay, well done. Now, Sinead, you are doing a Mr. and Mrs. And you've got 10 happy couples from Drumalee. Oh, I forgot to say as well that you were very much informing me, so that you're all very staunch Drumalee people and have been since you were knee-high to grasshoppers. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Yeah. I know Sinead's a great Drumalee woman. So you got 11 happily married couples in Drumalee, and there. And how do you raise the money? How does that work, Sinead? Or how does it
Well, it's similar to Tommy's in that my event is running on the 18th of October in the Imperial again. Entry is €10 into it on the night, and the couples are from around various other football clubs, not just Drumalee. We've got them from other clubs, Ballina and
Michelle. You can call them out later.
Michelle and Declan Beard from Ballina, Cahill and Denise Buggy previously from Drumalee, and Shawnee and Louise Maloney from Killigary. So just trying to get a mix of couples representing different clubs rather than just sticking to Drumalee, because you wouldn't get as many people to go to it. So that's running on the 18th. I also
on the night, just to give people an idea that are watching, it's like these couples will go up like it was on the television years ago, a Mr. and Mrs. Questions, and the couple are pitted against each other with questions and things like that. It's all a bit of fun, but that's the way it works.
Yes, exactly. And the compere on the night is Mickey Brennan, who's an ex-Drumalee player as well, so he's graciously
and a presenter
agreed.
Here in Cavan too.
Exactly, yeah. So that should be good fun. I also plan to run another smaller fundraiser as well, or one or two, it depends. We have until the end of October to do as much fundraising. My date is the 18th of October in the Imperial at 9 p.m.
And you want to fill the Imperial that night?
Hopefully, that's the intention. Yeah.
And Fiona, and welcome back from your holidays, Fiona. You ran the Rose of Cavan, and it's the Rose of Cavan with a difference.
Yeah, it was 8 men dressed up as ladies, and they were interviewed on stage and competed to be crowned Miss Cavan Rose with a twist.
Yeah.
So
who won actually?
Luscious Lucy, aka Liam Scully.
Who was the MC on the night?
Johnny O'Keefe.
Very good. Oh, you had him from Chance, I know that sound brilliant. Were you happy with the funds you raised?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was thrilled with the support that came in.
And of course you've got little bits and bobs, as you say, Sinead, you've got more little fundraisers coming up and going. It's hard going raising the funds. The fun is great on the night, but it's getting money, getting sponsors, getting things like that, and getting everything going. And Sean, everything is needed to get this work done for the club.
Oh yes, the more money we get, the better. Like, it's needed. We've got a grant from the government last year, and we're hoping to get another little bit as well, because you're talking the region of 300,000 to do the building, to get it complete and all. So all funds.
Just give me a hand on that. 300,000 to get your work done complete.
Yeah, complete. Yes.
And have you a time frame on this, or when do you hope
we hope to have it done by this time next year. We hope to complete it by this time next year.
So this will be a work in progress.
It's work in progress, yes.
And there'll be lots more fundraisers.
Oh, you have lots more fundraisers. Yeah, this is only one now.
Okay, so Drumalee. So tell us about Drumalee. I know Drumalee is quite famous around Cavan town, and everybody's loyal to Drumalee. But tell us about Drumalee anyway. Well, how your club has developed over the years, and
the club
how strong the membership is.
The membership is over 100, nearly 200 membership. The club has gone well, so we won 2 intermediates in 2006, 2010, and our underage structure is going very well under the stewardship of Cahill Buggy. He's juvenile chairperson, and he has kids training up every Saturday morning from under 6s up to under 12s, and then you have under 14s, under 16s, and minors. So the club is progressing well. So it is.
Okay,
it's
so
a
young
great
people are up and coming, great, able to field teams
yes.
and like that. Do you have the problem that a lot of rural clubs have the same? They're not able to field teams because of a few years ago because of the mass sort of emigration thing going on. You don't find anything like that happening?
Not really, don't affect us that. No, not really. No, it would be a big problem with Drumalee now, so it didn't. Over the last couple of years, I think we lost about 2 or 3 players, but which is not too bad. And that, but it's a great community. It's a community spirit. We all have meetings, and we have enjoyed a bit of crack. And I'm involved with them now as chairman for the last 4 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Okay. So in this big construction, have you actually started on your construction?
Not just yet. It's in the progresses of getting tenders out and all that, but it's very close to going ahead. So it is.
Okay. So you think it'll give maybe a bit of employment to the town?
It will give a bit of employment to the town as well. Yes, it'll. Local players probably will get employment on it, us unemployed in that, and it will be help to the area, so it will, and community. Yes.
Okay. Well done. Now, Sinead, I know that ladies or sisters are now doing it for themselves, that ladies are getting very much involved in the GAA, in their clubs, in the fixtures, and doing the fundraising and doing the behind the scenes as well. And also as well, like looking after ladies football teams in the camogie and things like that. Do you find that maybe the ladies do much more from the men than the men do for the ladies?
Well, we don't have a senior ladies team. Any of the ladies. I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest with you. Sean would probably know more about that, would you, than I would?
Well, not at the moment, but we're in the hope of having one up and running next year. Started under 12s, on the 14th, from next year on. So that is a plan that's been in progress at the moment.
Set the seeds first,
set the seeds first, yes. But it will be. Hopefully next year we'll have a juvenile ladies team next year. Definitely, so we'll. Yes.
Okay.
So we'll.
And Fiona, you've always been involved in the GAA or the GFC as well out there in Drumalee.
My kids are all played for Drumalee. I currently run Better Fit for Drumalee, which is a group of, we have 3 classes a week, and we run different challenges, weight loss and fitness challenges.
Oh, where does that take place now? Just for anybody out there, just tell us about it.
We have a new premises over Vivo Shop in Tullochmungan. So it starts the 2nd week in September. And
who can go along to this?
Everybody. Anybody is open to men and women of all ages and fitness levels.
And you can pop in there on the night and pay your fee and take part in the class.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Absolutely.
And that's the way a lot of classes are going nowadays. Same with the running out there at Killigary. You don't have to join, you don't have to be a member, you don't have to pay your money up front. Go on the night, pay your fee. And I think people are actually getting more people to do that than paying up front. So brilliant. That's good stuff going on. Okay, so working in the clubs, it's like community spirit. Some people would say like sometimes it fails, it falls to the ground, but you don't find that.
Oh, not at all.
When you're going for fundraisers.
As I said previously, I'm involved for the last 4 years, and I was involved with juveniles before that as well. And to work with the people in Drumalee is it's great. It's enjoyment, so it is. We do have committee meetings. We have like these people here, and I run for the Lord Mayor. It's fantastic. There's never any. It's good fun. I enjoy it, so do. Yeah. And I enjoy going up to the training sessions, and I attend most training sessions, juveniles and all, and it's a good community and a good spirit, so it is. And so it's good.
And the organisation itself, GAA, they're changing the rules of the football around sometimes and things like that. Do you find that? How do you deal with that? Like when you go to matches and you hear, people talking about matches and this and that and the other.
The change of the rule was the black card come in and that, but it hasn't made that big a difference to the playing. Like, if you get a black card, you can put on a substitute and that, it hasn't made that big a change to it. But the football has got more intensive, harder training and more commitment in that. But
speaking to other people that were involved in clubs before, Tommy Logan was saying like they've got nutrition conscious, they've got more fitness conscious, as Fiona is bringing in her specific training there, and also this thing of injury as well, and young people playing hard games at such a young age when they're not fully developed. Can you be stressing them sometimes too much, putting too much expectation on young people?
Well, probably the training is a bit harder, all right, and that, and then you will have, as Sinead knows, our physio here, we'll have hamstring problems and things like that. But generally, it's not too bad. So it's not, It's that if you're fit and do your warm up and warm down that and do a good warm up before you play the game, generally you come out unscathed. So it's not too bad. So it's not.
Okay. So your fundraiser is it's a big aim.
It's a big aim, yes.
It's a big aim. Well, I don't want to ask specific figures now, but to date, are you on target?
To date, we will be on target. Yes. So yes, on target.
That's going
and
good.
Hopefully after the Lord Mayor will be headed target.
Okay. So Tom, what else have you up your sleeve there in the fundraising? You're keeping it very well up your sleeve there anyway. Come on, tell us what else tell us what else you have got planned, apart from kangaroo boxing.
Skittles on and McGinty's on the 20.
Well, these are the things I want to
29th.
hear about. Tell the folk out there. Great. So you've got Skittles and McGinty's out in the yard there.
In the backyard.
Now, is this serious? Sorry, is this serious Skittle players, or can anybody go along?
Oh no, anybody can go along. There'll be no serious ones playing. They'll be all just for fun.
Okay,
for
so
fun.
field a team there, guys. Get a team. Anybody can get a team out there. So that's McGinty's the 28th of August or September?
29th of August.
29th of August. What?
3 o'clock that Saturday.
Oh, 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Good. Okay.
So we're running a table quiz as well in the orchard later on maybe in about 7 or 8 weeks' time.
Okay.
We'll have a table quiz there. So between the three of them, hopefully we get maybe our target.
Okay. Have you any idea what your own targets are? No, you just keep going.
No,
you
just
want
keep
to
going.
raise as much as you can on the night. Okay. The Imperial has been very good too.
They have been, yes. Fairness.
It has been very good.
Very, very good.
Yeah. I had mine in the Farnham, and like that, Michael Shields was brilliant. Anything I wanted, he offered up, and he was a great support for us as well. Like, he had everything set up for me and the whole lot when we went down. So it was great.
Okay, so well done, guys. Now, Sean, you have the last word on that. Do you want your club itself, Drumalee GFC, has got some sponsorship as well?
Oh yes, we're very thankful to our sponsors. Our main sponsor is Value Pharmacy in Drumalee there, and we have a good few associate sponsors as well, and I would like to thank them all, and I would also like to thank the sponsors that's sponsoring the Lord Mayors and helping out in any way. Thank you very much.
Well done, guys. So maybe when we see who wins the Lord Mayor, folks, will it be Sinead Hoey, Michael Lyons, Fiona Corby, or Tommy Sexton? Maybe we will have a Lord Mayor sitting there with a big chain around them after October. What do you think?
It's quite possible.
Okay, so this is on the stream. You'll see these posters up around the town. So when you're driving along in the car, don't get scared. It's just the guys on the poster. There you've got Sinead Hoey and Fiona, and Michael Lyons and Tommy Sexton. And see those posters. And please do, folk, do sponsor each fundraiser. Sean, you have the last word. Is there anything we're leaving out there now before you cut?
I don't think so. I'd just like to thank the 4 candidates that went forward. I would like to thank the committee that works with me all through the year and all the help I get in the club. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you, folks. So we wish Drumalee the very best with their fundraisings. Well, that's it, folks. That's it for this week's programme. A short programme this week, but do stay with us because next week we will have the full video, the full item of the wakeboarding. And I was telling you about Dave O'Crieve, who is the European from last weekend. He won it, and he's the European champion wakeboarder. And we'll have that interview this next week. Okay, I'd like to say thanks to my guests in the studio once again. Give them another camera shot there, guys. That's Sean Smith, and Tommy Sexton, Sinead Hoey, and Fiona Corby. And of course, again, folks, it's the weekend. You're watching Cavan TV News and Views. But before I go, I want to say one thing. It's Dave's birthday this week, and Dave is the guy in my ear every week, so he's in there in the control room. So we want to wish Dave a happy birthday. Okay, that's it from Cavan TV News and Views. It's the weekend, and do take care.